Good morning. Good morning. A little louder, we're back. Good morning. Yay. So nice to see everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to Convocation, which celebrates the start of the 21-22 academic year at Cal State San Bernardino. I especially want to welcome all who are watching today's program online or from our Palm Desert campus. So let's give them a hand, yeah? As well as those who are viewing it from their own offices. I hope you all had a really enjoyable summer, had some time for relaxation and rest and reflection. And to those gathered here in the Casulis Arena, I want to take a moment to acknowledge some who are with us today. I ask that all alumni, retirees, and emeriti faculty to please stand and be recognized if you're in any of this. Thank you. Now, would all current faculty and staff please stand and be recognized? Yes. Finally, I ask any current students with us to please stand and be recognized. Thank you all for joining us. Today, you will have a chance to greet new members of our community and to congratulate those who are newly promoted. We will also be recognizing those who have earned educational milestones, saluting those who went above and beyond in their performance at CSUSB, and remembering those members of our community who have passed on. And, of course, President Tomas Morales will give the convocation address. Yay. Later today, the president will host the university-wide reception outside on the library lawn. We hope you can join us at 4 o'clock for that traditional festivity. I would now like to turn it over to 3 important campus leaders to bring their messages of welcome. If we can have them come up here, please. We have little blue squares. They are Janelle Gilbert from the Faculty Senate. Thank you, Janelle. Jessica Madrigal, Chair of the Staff Council. Thank you, Jessica. And Daisy Ramos, President of the Associated Students Incorporated.
Good morning. As a Faculty Senate representative, I'd like to tell you a little bit about our Faculty Senate. They represent the faculty in shared governance at the university. And you should visit the Faculty Senate website where you can find what issues we're currently talking about and addressing for the university. You can also contact one of your College Senate representatives or any of the members of the Senate Executive Committee who I'm about to introduce. Please join me in welcoming the Faculty Senate Executive Committee for the 2021-22 academic year. We have Beth Steffel, who's also the Vice Chair of Academic Senate for California State University. Donna Garcia, the Vice Chair, College of Social and Behavioral Sciences representative. Ann Johnson, our Secretary, from Jack H. Brown College of Business and Public Administration. Claudia Davis, Member at Large for the College of Natural Science. Sherry Franklin Guy, at Large for the College of Education. Jacqueline Hughes, Chair, Education Policy and Resource Committee. Karen Kolmainen, Chair, Faculty Affairs Committee. And Mark Groen, Academic Senate of the California State University Senator. Thank you for all of your hard work and welcome to our new Executive Committee.
Good morning. My name is Jessica Madrigal. I serve as chair for the Staff Council. The Staff Council proudly serves as representatives and ambassadors on university task forces and committees by participating in shared governance and facilitating positive and collegial communication in support of the university's strategic plan. We also act as a conduit to engage and support our fellow PAC members and their surrounding community, empowering excellence through thoughtful learning opportunities, staff recognition, special events, engaging partnerships that promote and enhance our experience at CSUSB. Please join me in welcoming the Staff Council Executive Committee for the 2021-2022 academic year. Lorena Segovia, Vice Chair, Stacy Brooks, Treasurer, Diana Quijano, Secretary, and all the members of Staff Council for this year. I also, thank you. I also want to plug today we have Augie's Pop of Kindness. If you'd like to join us, we'll be in various locations on campus handing out popsicles. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Daisy Ramos. I have the pleasure of serving as this year's president of the Associate Students Incorporated. ASI serves, empowers, ASI serves, empowers, and advocates on behalf of the students at California State University, San Bernardino. Through the representation of student interest, needs, and inclusion of students in the decision-making process, the execution of premier events and services, and the provision of opportunities for students to be productive leaders on the campus community and beyond. We are very excited to represent our amazing students, and we plan to continue on putting on fun and educational events to increase student involvement, as well as provide access, quality, and affordability to our students. It is now my pleasure to introduce the executive ASI officers for the 2021-2022 academic year. Paula Galvez, Executive Vice President, and Suani Echeverria, Vice President of Finance. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Wonderful shared governance leaders. So thank you again. As we look forward to our future, it is only right that we remember the past. At this moment, we will take a moment to honor those faculty and staff who have served CSUSB who passed away recently. Join me as we respectfully recall our late colleagues. At the beginning of the program today, you may have had a chance to see all of our faculty and staff who have received promotions or are new to the campus on the screens. At this time, I ask all new staff and faculty to please stand and be acknowledged. All new, yes. Congratulations and welcome to CSUSB. Now, would all newly promoted staff and faculty please stand and be recognized? Congratulations for all the work that you have done. Yes. It is a tradition at CSUSB to recognize the employees who have achieved educational milestones during the past year. And because of the impressive number of individuals who have done so, I'm going to ask each group to stand as their names on the screen are posted. If you're in this group, please stand, right? Let's get them up. Yeah. All right. Congratulations to all of you on reaching your educational milestones. For those who earn their degree from CSUSB, you are now part of our CSUB alumni family. We now move on to the awards portion of the program. To begin, I would like to acknowledge 5 of the most significant campus award recipients. As you know, the university could not excel without an exceptional faculty. CSUSB's most coveted faculty recognitions are the Golden Apple Award, the Outstanding Professor Award, the Outstanding Service Award, the Outstanding Lecturer Award, and the Outstanding Faculty Advisor Award. I ask all of our previous faculty award recipients to please stand and be recognized. Thank you. The Golden Apple Award for Teaching is one of the most prestigious awards given. This year's winner is Kelly Campbell, and I know she's viewing this now, so hi, Kelly. Dr. Campbell, a professor of psychology and nationally recognized relationships expert, was honored for her exceptional and vast instructional record and her dedication to teaching and mentorship. A 12-year CSUSB faculty member, she has taught a diverse set of upper division courses and graduate courses and serves as the coordinator of the honors program in psychology. She also co-founded the South African Study Abroad program and is currently co-developing a new cross-college honors course in social justice. Congratulations, Dr. Campbell, for being honored with the 2021 Golden Apple Award. This year's Outstanding Professor Awardee and the John M. Pfau Endowed Professor is Catherine Gray. Catherine, I know you're here. You stand up. You deserve this, yes. An internationally recognized glass artist, Professor Gray was honored for her overall excellence in teaching, scholarly activities, and creative activities, and service. She teaches glass blowing and glass art at all levels and has supervised numerous independent study students and master's project students. She is also the resident evaluator on the Netflix hit show Blown Away. You've got to see it, it's amazing. She's also been elected to the College of Fellows for the American Craft Council. Her own glass art resides in 9 top glass museum collections and 6 private collections. Congratulations, Professor Gray, on this well-deserved honor. This year's Outstanding Service Award winner is Dorothy Chen Maynard. Dorothy, please stand. Yes! Dr. Chen, a professor of health science and human ecology, was recognized for her extensive and sustained contributions to students, this campus, and the greater community. Known for her zealous nature, she has served in numerous roles, including 28 years as director of the dietetics program, several years as a member of the Faculty Senate, and two-year terms as the chair of the CSUSB chapter of the California Faculty Association. Yes, she has also served, and I go on, she has also served in statewide, local, regional leadership roles for the California Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, including twice as president for the state. Congratulations, Dr. Chen Maynard. The outstanding lecturer for 2021 is Bomi Wong. Instructor Wong, the sole instructor in Korean at CSUSB, was recognized for her exceptional instruction, capacity to engage her students, and the extremely positive feedback received from both her students and colleagues. Celebrated for her effective blend of kindness and rigor, she has been instrumental in growing the entire Korean language program since its inception. She has also provided opportunities for our campus community to experience Korean culture through art, food, and performance through a role as the advisor of the CSUSB Korean Culture Club. Congratulations, Instructor Wong, for being recognized as CSUSB's Outstanding Lecturer Award. The Outstanding Faculty Advisor awardee is Carol Hood. Dr. Hood, yes, give Carol a hand, yes. Dr. Hood, professor of physics, was recognized for her passion, commitment, and dedication to student success and providing career and life guidance. Among her many accomplishments, she created a process for the physics department to ensure each student received personal advising every term. She also created a first-year seminar within the major to build a strong cohort of students, provide effective academic advising, and reinforce skills for students to succeed in college, especially physics, right? Congratulations, Dr. Hood, on being selected for the Outstanding Faculty Advisor. It is now my sincere pleasure to introduce the Vice President for University Advancement, Robert Nava.
Thank you, Provost. Good morning, Coyotes. Buenos días, Coyotes. You know, this year we had many challenges, but it was a productive year. With the leadership of the president, faculty, staff, our great students and alumni, we accomplished a lot. And I want to share with you, colleagues, that over the course of the year, your advancement and fundraising team raised over $9 million to support our students, our faculty, programs for the university. And part of the work and part of this fundraising, there's a very special campaign that's organized by our annual giving team, and that's the Faculty Staff Campaign. And I want to share with you that this year, with the support of the president, who provided the initial $10,000 to launch this effort, over $115,000 was raised by our staff and by our faculty and some friends of the university. Can we give it up for them? Thank you. I like that. We had 401 participants. So again, thank you, faculty. Thank you, staff, and our students. We had students that participated as well over the 2021 faculty staff campaign. And we had 387 of our colleagues who renewed their annual giving commitments to the campus, showing their leadership that they too support their campus, not only with their good work, but also with their philanthropic giving. So thanks very much to all who participated. As you know, on campus, parking is gold on campus, right? And every year we selected a grand prize winner from all of those who participated and donated to the faculty staff campaign. And one individual will receive for the year the coveted parking space with the winner's choice of location. So I'm going to ask my colleague Carolina. Susana, thank you. If you would raise the faculty staff, well, there you go. Thank you, Susana. So with a drum roll, this year's winner of the faculty staff, this year the winner of the faculty staff campaign parking space is from the Division of Academic Affairs. Congratulations, Dr. Michael Lewin. Michael. And colleagues, I now have the pleasure of turning the podium over to my colleague, Vice President Paz Oliveres. Paz.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. It's wonderful just to be with people. So it's great to see everyone this morning. I have the distinct honor of announcing the winners of the President's Team Achievement Awards. Teams with more than 10 staff members will receive a pro rata share of $2,000 in financial incentives. They will also receive a personalized plaque and a $200 financial incentive. Student assistants and MPP team members, unfortunately, are not eligible for the financial incentive. As I present our first Team Achievement Award, I ask that all team members please stand in place and wave when your team's name is revealed and your names appear on the screens. At the conclusion of Convocation, I invite you to please come to the arena floor to pick up your award. President Morales will also be outside in front of the arena for an optional photo opportunity. Optional. Because we know everyone's trying to be safe, right? Our first President's Team Achievement Award goes to the outstanding and professional staff of this department for their excellent service, support, and dedication to on-campus residents during an extremely challenging time. While many units worked remotely throughout the pandemic, most of the work and services provided by these staff members have been on the physical campus and in person to care for students who identified CSUSB to be their only homes or who needed a safe space to thrive academically and personally. Every aspect of the on-campus housing experience was impacted by COVID-19, but the team quickly and seamlessly adapted and innovated to provide residents with a safe and healthy living environment. The department created the Yotes United Against COVID-19 commitment for residential students and devised an addendum to the student housing agreement to address specific pandemic-related matters such as mask wearing, physical distancing, guest and community space usage. Despite the numerous challenges faced by the team, everyone maintained a high level of professionalism and a commitment to our residential students. The winner, if you couldn't tell already, of this year's Presidential Team Award is the Housing and Residential Education Team. Yes, they definitely deserve our applause and recognition. Thank you again to that amazing team. We've actually done some recognition of them just in our division because we know how hard they've worked, how many challenges they've dealt with, that many of us were safely at home and they were here serving our students throughout the year, 24 hours a day. So we definitely want to thank them for all their hard work over the last year and a half. Now, before I present our second Team Achievement Award, once again, I ask that all team members please stand in place and wave when your team's name is revealed and your names appear on the screen. At the conclusion of Convocation, again, I invite you to come to the arena floor to pick up your award, and again, join President Morales outside for an optional photo opportunity if you wish. So our second President's Team Achievement Award goes to the exemplary staff of this program who work daily to transform the lives of individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities, along with their families as part of CSUSB's service to the community. The restrictions of the pandemic forced the program to pivot to remote services in lieu of traditional face-to-face. The program's telehealth team worked to ensure they were able to continue to provide essential services to families facing isolation and added stress due to COVID-19. The team identified individual goals for families and developed creative ways to remotely address each family's behavior, communication, and socialization goals. They consistently treated all participants with dignity and respect and ensured that the program's commitment to use positive strategies and to honor individual values was upheld via remote service delivery. The lessons learned through the transition to telehealth mandated by COVID-19 will enhance this program and the services it provides into the future. The second winner of this year's President's Team Achievement Award is the University Center for Developmental Disabilities Program Telehealth Team. And congratulations for all your wonderful work. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce the Vice President of Administration and Finance, Dr. Doug Freer.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Paz, and good morning, everyone. It is very nice to see you all. I don't know how many of these things we bought. Hopefully we bought enough of these. Got a whole year to go here, folks. I'd like to express my welcome also to the campus community for the new 2021-22 academic year. Happy New Year, Coyotes. It is my honor today to join you to reveal the winners of the President's Special Achievement Award. This year's winners will receive a complimentary membership to the Robert and Frances Fullerton Museum of Art, complimentary tickets to music and theater arts department performances, complimentary general admission tickets to athletic events for the season, a personalized plaque, and $1,000 in financial incentives. Not bad. When your name isn't, well, only two of you are winning, so no. When your name is announced, please stand. At the conclusion of Convocation, we'll invite you to come to the arena floor to pick up your award, and then you may also join President Morales outside in front of the arena for a photo opportunity. Employees nominated for this award are being acknowledged for a special contribution to their department, division, or the university. This contribution may be for a single event, project, or idea over the past year that has enhanced productivity, efficiency, or effectiveness and represents a specific, identifiable contribution beyond the regular expectations of their positions. I ask the previous winners in this category, if you were a previous winner of the President's Special Achievement Award, if you could please stand so that we may recognize you. It is my pleasure now to announce this year's first winner. This individual's commitment to supporting faculty and ensuring extramural grants for the benefit of our students are, oh, come on now, let me finish. Our university and community has been more than exemplary. She consistently goes the extra mile to assist CSUSB's principal investigators and ensure complete, accurate, and granting agency compliant proposals. One example was CSUSB's recent application to the National Security Agency. This project comprised 9 external institutions, several employees, and students. With utmost professionalism, she went above and beyond to ensure it was successfully submitted, and CSUSB received over $10 million grant last September. It gets better, folks. In 2021 alone, she was a critical player in securing over $16 million in grants in our Cybersecurity Center alone. She has been a major contributor to the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs and ensuring the continued excellent service provided by the office. She is always willing to help faculty and students while demonstrating grace and respect, along with an exuberant, positive attitude. She is a true coyote. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing this year's first President's Staff Award for Special Achievement to Kathleen Lucas. Congratulations, Kathleen. Now I'd like to reveal our second winner. When the pandemic abruptly cut music performance activities and the department consequently faced major academic challenges, this individual stepped up. He spent many hours researching software and equipment purchases for remote performances, plus many more devising ways to record music remotely. Then even more hours assembling those recordings into digital performances. The post-production software and hardware required him to be on campus. The department produced well over 30 videos this past year, including, but not limited to, ensemble performances and student degree recitals. His contributions to the recording, editing, and mastering of the 72-minute opera theater soundtrack of Song from the Uproar by Grammy-nominated composer and Pulitzer Prize finalist Mitzi Mazzoli resulted in a commercial quality recording which has received great acclaim from both the music community and the composer herself. Apart from his listed duties, he has provided a safe and welcoming environment for all students by being a consistent source of support. He has demonstrated a selfless commitment to student and faculty success here at CSUSB. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing this year's second President's Staff Award for Special Achievement to Cash Tiarina. Congratulations, Cash. Now, if you'll please join me in welcoming the Vice President and Chief Information Officer for Information Technology Services, Dr. Sam Sudhakar.
Thank you, Doug. Good morning, everyone. I now have the pleasure of announcing the winners of the Outstanding Employee Award. This award goes to an individual who, according to the criteria, demonstrates excellence in job performance and exceptional willingness to assist others. I ask previous Outstanding Employee Award winners to please stand and be recognized. This year's winners will receive a complimentary membership to the Robert and Frances Fullerton Museum of Art, complimentary tickets to music and theater arts department performances, complimentary general admission tickets to the next athletic events season, a personalized plaque, and a $1,000 financial incentive. This award also carries a very special bonus. Each of our 2 recipients will receive a designated parking space for 1 academic year. Woo-hoo. After the event has concluded, awardees, please make your way down to the arena floor to pick up your plaques. President Morales will also be outside in front of the arena for an optional photo. When your name is announced, please stand. It is my pleasure to announce this year's first winner. This individual's level of expertise in her field is unparalleled. She has been helping students succeed since 1996, and prior to that, she served as an ASL interpreter from 1991 to 1996. She originally started her career on the San Bernardino campus and relocated to the Palm Desert campus in 2010. On both our campuses, this individual knows the advising and registration systems inside and out. She's a fierce advocate for our students and uses her knowledge and network to give them the help that they need to stay on track to graduate. For example, she helps them by providing in-depth knowledge of CSUSB policies and procedures regarding admissions, enrollment, withdrawal, and dismissal. She works closely with all other advisors and program directors. She's effective, knowledgeable, and respected. If we could create a code word for student success, it would be her name. She believes in our mission and values and represents CSUSB proudly wherever she goes. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing this year's first Outstanding Employee Award winner, Ruth Howell. Now I'd like to recognize and congratulate our second winner. The individual embodies the qualities of a President's Staff Award for Outstanding Employee recipient in his role as an academic advisor. Strong interpersonal skills, foundational knowledge of university policy and procedures, consistent availability to students and colleagues, and participation in new challenges to become better at his responsibilities and add value to our students. His dedication to student success is his primary focus. His work ethic is second to none, and he also wants to help others achieve their best. His strength in working with students is built on a foundation of patience, kindness, and compassion. He seeks to gain holistic understanding of each student he works with. These characteristics are especially important in working with our vulnerable first-year, first-generation, and academic probation students. His professional demeanor, ability to work with others, and grasp of many aspects of student services mark him not only as a leader in our profession here at CSUSB, but also on a national level. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing this year's Outstanding Employee Award winner, John Noriega Vargas. Please join me in congratulating all of our nominees and award recipients. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce the fourth president of California State University, San Bernardino, Dr. Tomas D. Morales.
Good morning. I'm delighted, really. It's just so exciting to see so many of you joining us as we begin the 2021-22 academic year here at Cal State San Bernardino. I want to send my heartfelt welcome to our colleagues at the Palm Desert campus. I also want to welcome our colleagues who are viewing this convocation from home or their office. It's just so wonderful to reconnect with this incredible university community. I'm truly blessed to be a member of this community. I'm even more delighted to be welcoming you back for an in-person school year. We will get through this together. The way we operate as a university will not look entirely the same as during our pre-pandemic days. However, the fact we will once again be able to interact face-to-face this fall without a screen in between us is a cause for celebration. For all those who have lost someone through the pandemic, my personal condolences and deepest sympathies of our campus community. For all of those grappling with long COVID, you have our collective best wishes for continued healing as the medical and scientific communities learn more effective treatments and remedies as days pass. The amazing speed with which effective vaccines were discovered over this past year gives me hope for the future. But there remains a caveat. We cannot forget that COVID-19 is still with us, with new variants emerging all the time. The data indicates that the best way to protect against further spread and development of more variants, along with the ability to successfully fight off the current variants, is vaccination. Therefore, I urge, I beg everyone to get one of the vaccines being offered. They are free and easily available, and they are required for all staff, faculty, and students here at CSUSB. Know that vaccination means you will not only be protecting yourself, you will be protecting those still too young to be vaccinated and the immunocompromised. I have been incredibly impressed by the campus community over the past 18 months. You have demonstrated flexibility and the ability to innovate along with persistence. Many of you were juggling homeschooling for your children while also effectively performing your jobs. All of you kept CSUSB an open and vibrant learning community. Thank you. The fact is that in order to continue to deliver a quality education for our students and keep them moving forward towards their academic goals, we had no choice but to innovate, and you delivered. Yes, you delivered so many different ways. What the last year and a half has also shown us is perhaps a preview into potential future challenges we might face in a warming world with new weather patterns and new diseases to which we do not have immunity. Therefore, last academic year, we launched a university-wide post-pandemic steering committee headed by the provost. This is simply more than what does it look like to return to campus, but rather, how do we reimagine our campus in light of the pandemic? And how do we conceive of a stronger, more resilient CSUSB, which will be able to address future needs and challenges? The committee was charged at the end of the academic year, and subcommittees appointed to begin their work. Reports are due to me in the spring, and I look forward to seeing them. We had some good news this summer with the 2021-22 California state budget, which not only restored pandemic cuts, but also added to the CSU's general fund and to specific directed areas. There was good news as well for two of our student aid programs. The university's Budget Advisory Committee, comprised of faculty, staff, and students, continues to meet and review budget updates and provide critical feedback and guidance. A budget open forum is being scheduled for the fall semester. The work done over the past year to prepare the campus for our WASP reaccreditation has been excellent. Thank you to the WASP Steering Committee for all that you have done to prepare us. The next step will be the September 22-24 on-site accreditation visit. Here's a short video on the process.
CSUSB is a beacon for this region's growth. Through renowned faculty, inclusive programs, we are transforming the lives of our students, their families, and the Inland Empire.
CSUSB graduates are sources of cultural and linguistic talent, not only equipped to compete in a global economy, but they also become part of a literate and well-educated labor and consumer base for our state and for our region.
CSUSB is accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, Senior College and University Commission, which is one of 7 regional accrediting agencies. The university is currently in the process of our WSCUC reaffirmation of accreditation.
I love CSUSB diverse student, faculty, and staff population. Students really get to know and learn from many other cultures, languages, and ways of living, realizing that we are more alike than different.
The accreditation process is designed to build a culture of evidence, promote a commitment to institutional improvement, validate institutional integrity, and provide feedback that improves the accreditation process itself. Accreditation is peer-driven.
A CSUSB degree is transformational because it is the bridge that makes it possible for the change makers of tomorrow.
It assures CSUSB meets high standards of quality and effectiveness and fulfills its mission in service to their students and the public good. With it, we receive federal and state financial aid programs. Accreditation also helps ensure that other universities recognize our credits and degrees. WSCUC accreditation occurs through a comprehensive peer review process that includes an institutional self-study and report, off-site review, and an on-site visit at least once every 10 years.
CSUSB plays a pivotal role in partnerships with K-12 school districts, nonprofit organizations, as well as our religious organizations. We're able to have critical dialogue and conversations with our community.
A CSUSB degree, and even more than the degree, a CSUSB experience, is transformation. We have so much learning going on in the classroom and outside of the classroom through co-curricular events, social events, and then classroom with professors that are really kind of pushing us, challenging us, and supporting us to be the best we can. Change the way we look at life, change the way we interact with people, change the way we communicate, change the way that we relate, change the way we think, change the way we problem solve.
Multiple stakeholder groups across CSUSB, consisting of faculty, staff, administrators, and student representatives, formed a series of committees. The goal of these committees was to facilitate broad campus participation in the reaccreditation process, ensure that the institutional report accurately reflects the current state of our campus, assist the institutional report writer and ensure the report was submitted, and monitor the overall needs of the on-site visit. We are a leader in higher education through rigorous programs, centers of excellence, and award-winning faculty. Our commitment to student success leads to attaining a high-quality education from CSUSB that goes beyond the classroom. Through collaboration across campus departments, our ongoing efforts to provide a fostering environment for academic excellence makes us one of the top-ranked universities in higher education. Because we define the future.
Growth and progress as a university requires constant, vigilant review. It is an essential part of our evolving as an educational institution and as a resource to the communities we serve. And speaking of growth, we have 2 building projects moving forward on campus. The first is the expansion of the Santos Manuel Student Union, which is nearing completion and which will have its formal opening in 2022. And let me share with you that the Santos Manuel Student Union building will be the largest building of its kind named after a Native American elder. And it's really going to transform this campus. And I want to thank our ASI leaders for making this happen. Thank you. And while our students had the vision, our facility staff really has implemented. I took a tour the other day, and it is so, so exciting. It really is going to be transformational, and I'm going to challenge anyone to a bowling game. My ball will go in the gutter. But the second is the long-awaited Performing Arts Village. Which will have its groundbreaking in spring of 2022. Yeah. With a scheduled opening plan for the 2024-25 academic year. And the village is going to be incredible. The theater is going to be incredible. Yes, indeed. Yes. We also have some academic program achievements to celebrate. Last year, we highlighted the new School of Entrepreneurship in the Jack H. Brown College of Business and Public Administration, the only School of Entrepreneurship in the state of California, I might add. This year, we are applauding the new School of Criminology and Criminal Justice. Yes. In the College of Behavioral Sciences. The curriculum will incorporate history, theory, and practical skills for those interested in a career in criminal justice and related fields. The curriculum also acknowledges and focuses on the systemic failures to address disparities within the criminal justice system locally and across our country. Social and behavioral science has also just added a new department, child development. Dean Muhammad has been busy over there with the faculty. It will house 2 academic programs: the Child Development BA program with its 2 concentrations, Early Childhood Studies and Child and Adolescent Development, and the MA in Child Development program. With over 550 majors, the new department is among the largest and fastest growing in the college. And I also want to thank and applaud our provost and her entire team for really developing these exciting new academic programs. I'm also proud to announce that CSUSB will become the first Southern California public university to establish a Master of Science physician assistant program to help address the severe shortage of healthcare professionals serving the Inland Empire. The $1.8 million of funding for the MSPA program was part of this year's California state budget. Our goal is to launch the program in fall of 2024. In addition, our annual grants and contract report demonstrated that 2020-21 was a record year for CSUSB PIs and project directors, with $41.5 million in grant awards and almost $88 million in proposal submissions. The range of fields and subject matter was robust and dynamic, and I am incredibly proud of the state of research at our university. I want to thank the many faculty and staff who made these numerous other achievements possible. I am also excited to announce that after our extremely successful first comprehensive campaign, the university will be launching its second in the coming months. More information will be forthcoming this fall. And now, I'm happy to turn to one of my favorite parts of Convocation, welcoming the many new faces joining our campus, especially the additions to our faculty, staff, and administration. Each of you bring an impressive array of knowledge and experience to our vibrant community. I'm glad you are here at CSUSB. We also welcome our undergraduate and graduate students. They range from the newcomers getting their initial taste of Coyote life to those entering their final months at CSUSB as they work towards graduation and prepare for the next step on their life path. Join us tomorrow for Student Convocation. During Convocation, we also take time to honor our past and to recognize our achievements. We are continuing to advance the university's strategic plan. Originally envisioned to cover 5 years as a community, we have extended the plan through 2022. This allows us to build upon the great work already completed and to enhance its effect with new objectives added to the established 5 goals. Our lead goal, student success, goes to the very heart of our educational mission. Preliminary results indicate that CSUSB is on track to meet its Graduation Initiative 2025 targets. As this slide shows, the 4-year graduation rate for first-time, first-year students is above our current GI 2025 target of 21.8%. For transfer students, the 2-year graduation rate is well above its current target of 38.5%. CSUSB designed and delivered a continuous training program for faculty throughout the academic year via the virtual training programs and e-learning academy for faculty to develop and deliver quality online courses. From these programs, we have 87 new online courses under development for 2021-22. The second goal, faculty and staff success, is essential as we maintain our educational mission and foster innovation, scholarship, and discovery. The President's DEI Board has been launched, and the DEI Strategic Plan completed. The first step in implementing the plan will take place at the board's plan retreat this September. The Faculty Center for Excellence, in collaboration with the Teaching Resource Center and the Untenured Faculty Mentoring Network, served 56.7% of CSUSB faculty, both lecturers and tenured track faculty, through its workshops, cafes, consultations, and other programs. The Staff Development Center continues to be a dynamic partner in supporting our employees. Last year, during a pandemic, they held 64 one-on-one consultations or appointments, had a total of 2,373 participants in their various special events, programs, and trainings, with some employees taking the opportunity to utilize multiple services and can boast a 95% utilization rate of their services. The third goal, resource sustainability and expansion, involves our firm commitment to the current and future infrastructure and capacity of this university. As I described a few minutes ago, we had an outstanding year with grants and grant submissions increased by 51% over the past year, and the total dollar amount of grant awards increased by 41%. This is a record high for this university. As I also mentioned earlier, we are getting ready to launch our second comprehensive campaign. And I'll just share with you that, when we launched the first comprehensive campaign, we set a goal of $50 million. That was to celebrate our 50th anniversary. And people roll their eyes at me. They say, "Nah, 50, you're never going to raise 50 million. Well, we did. We raised 54 million. And so we're going to go back out there because we have a lot of people, a lot of donors, alumni, friends of the university that know that it is worth investing in the faculty, staff, and students of this university. And so we're going to set a very ambitious goal. Stay tuned, and don't be surprised by the audacious number that we're going to put out there. That just means I'm going to be around here for a while. Commitment to the fourth goal, community engagement and partnerships, remains strong and continues to resonate with our students. More than 400 students enrolled in 52 course sections that offered virtual service learning. Although there were a limited number of community partners who were able to offer virtual placements, students provided more than 10,000 hours of service to San Bernardino and Riverside County communities valued at more than $337,000. The Black Student Success Collaborative was formed. The purpose of this project is to increase equity, specifically in Black communities, and address the achievement gap by providing a three-tiered approach to formal education and attainment. The collaborative consists of more than 40 partners from CSUSB, local community colleges, local school districts, and numerous community organizations. Identity, our fifth goal, has seen a collaborative institution-wide effort resulting in a tremendous leap in CSUSB's visibility and perception. We have expanded the current alumni mentoring program to engage alumni and support students with completing their academic goals. The result has been a 53% increase in student users and a 23% increase in alumni users with 13 current cohorts. The Assessment Capability Leadership Institute 2021 was created and launched this summer, led by the Assessment Capability Collaborative and the Professional Development Subcommittee of the Committee on Learning, Assessment, and Student Success. The summer ACLI encompassed over 70 faculty and staff participants from all divisions. They came together to develop and share their assessment knowledge and skills, and then leveraged those skills to draft and implement plans for department, unit, or program level assessment. These plans are expected to create the conditions for meaningful and sustainable outcomes assessment. The ultimate goal is improvement of department and program effectiveness and student success. I am confident our efforts as part of the strategic plan will lead to many more success stories and exciting outcomes, especially as we head into the next strategic planning process. Regardless of our efforts on campus to be more intentional in diversity, equity, and inclusion, the world outside our doors continues to move in ways which do not necessarily accord with our university's inclusive values. Nevertheless, we hold these as key to building a welcoming community for all who learn and work at CSUSB. We cannot retreat to an ivory tower, as we are part of the larger community which we serve. The injustices and violence we have continued to see over the past year targeted towards specific communities cannot be ignored. I will reiterate what I have said on several occasions over the past year when groups of individuals were targeted with acts of hatred or injustice. CSUSB continues to stand in support of the Black community, of the Asian American community, of the Jewish American community, of the Muslim American community, of the Arab and Palestinian American communities, of the Native American communities, and of any identified community which is targeted by bigotry or violence. We also refuse to accept the hatred and disrespect currently focused against this nation's undocumented as well as visiting international students. The singling out of any community for scapegoating is fear-based and hateful. These are all acts of ignorance, grounded in fear. In sum, this university rejects such behavior and remains committed to denouncing such actions now and always, regardless of the source. We declare, I know you all are with me on this. I know that. I feel it. We declare zero tolerance of any such acts or incidents, no matter where or when they occur. There is no road to a better future that does not follow the path of social justice, and it will suffer neither color barriers nor cultural, spiritual, gender, or sexual restrictions. We truly are all in this together. As a teaching and learning institution, we will continue to hold teach-ins, special lectures, and conversations on human rights and social justice issues. As we move forward into the next year, I see a great deal of hope and promise that we are returning to in-person and face-to-face interactions, that we pioneered innovation last year to increase access, which have strengthened our ability to serve our region, that we have new programs launching and new buildings either coming online or progressing in their development, that we have an energized and extraordinary student body ready to move their lives forward through the education we can provide them, and that we have a beautiful, well-tended pair of campuses to return to. All of these things are incredibly positive foundations upon which to launch the coming academic year. As we begin 2021-22, we do not forget that together we must continue to strive to be an inclusive community of diverse students, scholars, committed to the positive impact higher education affords our region. Each of us has the opportunity to make a difference, It is fundamental to all we do and desire to achieve here at CSUSB. I want to leave you with a brief look back at some of the successes and inspirational achievements of our unique and virtual last year. Enjoy the video and let it remind us that great things and brighter days await us in the coming months. Thank you.
In a year with so many uncertainties, the Cal State San Bernardino community remained resilient. We continued to grow. We continued to thrive. Through it all, we remained Coyote strong. While we learned to adjust and work through the heavy challenges brought on by the pandemic, we also learned just how important it is to support one another. Our ability to gather normally during this time was hindered, but it lit a passion within us to get even closer as a community, because CSUSB has a long-standing tradition and commitment of helping the public good. And the lingering pandemic never stopped us from lending out a helping hand. Students, faculty, and staff found opportunities to get involved through campus resources, while others branched out into their own communities to make a difference. Together, we volunteered, we organized, we donated, we assisted in every way we could, because that's the Coyote way. Thank you for making an impact. And as much as we came together to achieve the same goal through community service, we also united to honor our differences. Although we spent the last year and a half communicating through our computer screens, we continued to celebrate our beautifully diverse campus. Through a series of months dedicated to specific communities, complete with powerful keynote speakers and other virtual events, our unique cultures stood proudly in the spotlight. We also brought timely awareness to significant matters affecting our society and explored the importance of social justice. Being part of this inclusive environment has taught us lessons that will last a lifetime. We have learned the impact of history and tradition. We have witnessed the value of culture and diversity. And we have experienced the inevitability of growth and change. And the pandemic never hindered our Coyotes' determination to succeed. The various achievements made by faculty, staff, students, alumni, and on-campus departments are truly admirable. We applaud all of you for your inspiring resilience. A special congratulations to the 2021 Faculty Award winners. And we thank all of our hardworking faculty who remain committed to student success. Despite the many challenges, we continue to expand opportunities and transform lives. Because at CSUSB, we define the future.
To those here in the arena, as you depart, please stop and visit the vendor tables located at the Legacy Fountain. Our campus business partners from Pepsi, Follett, and Chartwells will be showcasing new products and have new free samples for you. And don't forget, homecoming is right around the corner on Saturday, October 16th. So thank you for joining us. Let's all enjoy a great academic year. And for our faculty, we'll be starting our general faculty meeting in just a few minutes. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. good morning, everyone. If you kindly have a seat. If you didn't get a program when you came in, we have them up here. You just come on down and we'll get you one. It does have a raffle ticket, so you do want a program. Right? That's good. Again, so if you don't have a program, just come on down and we'll get you one. And it has a little packet of all our wonderful brand new faculty. So that is why you want the packet, right? That's even better. All right. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you. I'm so glad you could make it today. And it's so nice to see all of you. Welcome again to academic year 21-22. And hello out there, right? For everybody watching us on live stream, you wave and hopefully the camera will flip around, all right? It's wonderful to be back on campus and to see so many of you in person. Following 3 academic terms of being virtual, right? In a mainly virtual setting. As you are well aware, the conditions surrounding the pandemic remain very fluid. So please be sure to review any related campus announcements and regularly visit CSUSB's Return of the Pack website. There is a tab that says Academics, it's a tile, and all the questions under there will be questions that faculty are most likely to ask. So be sure to check that out. So again, those of you joining us in person should have 3 items. The Academic Affairs 2021 Annual Report, the 21-22 New Tenure Track Faculty Hire Book, and a raffle ticket. For those of you that are participating virtually, an electronic version of the annual report and New Tenure Track Faculty Hires booklet will be forwarded via email to you. I would first like to thank President Morales and all our divisional vice presidents for joining us today and for their unwavering support of our campus community. Dr. Doug Freer, Vice President of Administration and Finance. Stand up, Doug. We are so happy to see you, sir. Dr. Robert Nava, Vice President of University Advancement and Executive Director of CSUSB Philanthropic Foundation. Thank you, Robert. Paz Oliveras, Vice President of Student Affairs. Dr. Paz, thank you, yes. Dr. Sam Sudhakar, Vice President of Information Technology Services and CIO. Yes, thank you, Sam. I'd also like to welcome and recognize some new members of our campus community. First is CSUSB's Interim Dean of the Jack H. Brown College of Business and Public Administration, Dr. Shanti Srinivas. Please stand up. Yes, thank you, Shanti. We are delighted to have you as part of our team. Your vast experience and leadership will be invaluable to the JHBC community during this year-long transition period. So thank you for being here and for the year ahead. And congratulations are also in order for our 2 newest associate deans, Parastu Fies. I don't want to, yay, Parastu, please stand up in the College of Arts and Letters. And Kevin Grisham. Dr. Grisham, please stand in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Congratulations to both of you, and thank you for your outstanding contributions. And special thanks to our other associate deans, which I have to name right now because they have had quite a year putting together, in particular, our fall schedule, right? Because we have 3 versions of our fall schedule, not knowing where we'll be, and so they have spent an incredible amount of time. So other associate deans, I just want to take a moment to recognize Sally McGill. Sally, stand up. Thank you. Natural Sciences. Stacy Robertson. Stacy, are you here at the College of Education? Stacy, thank you. Anna Nee, College of Jack Brown. Thank you, College of Business and Public Administration. And I'm also going to give a shout out in our Palm Desert campus to Anissa Rogers for helping us out, put that schedule there. Thank you. And I'm also very delighted to welcome our new interim executive director for faculty development, and that's Paul Chris Okpala. Paul Chris, please stand. He's a professor of health science and human ecology and he'll oversee the Teaching Resource Center as well as the Faculty Center for Excellence and lead the outstanding development team comprised of Dr. Josephine Mendoza, Director of University Faculty Mentoring. Josephine, where are you? Yes. Dr. Montgomery Von Wart, Faculty Fellow for Research. Please stand, Monty. Thank you. Thank you again, Paul Chris, for serving in this interim executive role, and I would be remiss if I didn't thank our former interim executive director, and that's Dr. Bibiana Diaz, for her amazing work through the year. Bibiana, stand up, Bibiana. Amazing, thank you. These past several months, beginning with spring 2020, our last term under the quarter system, have been filled with many challenges and very taxing circumstances for all of you, for all of us, right? We shifted to an entirely virtual setting in a matter of weeks. We isolated to help stop the spread of COVID-19. And many of us, many of you, juggled teaching and your children's schoolwork simultaneously, hoping for enough bandwidth, quiet, and space to meet all of your needs, right? We even cared for family members and friends, and we adapted as we needed to with all the power outages that went on and fires, right, that continue. We also adapted our teaching to the times and experienced both the negatives and positives of Zoom teaching, ranging from Zoom fatigue, and I might add, my favorite moment on Zoom, and that is in the chairs meetings under the direction of Associate Provost Yildirim, when she says, "Lasisi, you're on mute." That is a famous line all the time, right? But Zoom also had some advantages. It increased flexibility of our students, and more of us had an opportunity to participate in some of those events as well. But despite the unprecedented challenges, you know, the passion, perseverance, and resilience of our faculty, staff, and leadership teams drove us beyond what we could hope for or imagine. Not only did we ensure instructional continuity for our approximately 20,000 students during a global pandemic, we advanced highly significant and time-intensive initiatives, including the completion of the quarter to semester conversion process. Yes. And CSUSB's WSCUC, formerly WASC, reaffirmation of accreditation institutional report. We also continue to place in many national program rankings across the country. And several faculty received prestigious awards. Among them, and if you please would stand if you are here, I want to make sure that you were acknowledged. Enrique Murillo, founder and executive director of LEAD, stand up Enrique, Latino Education and Advocacy Days, was named the winner of the Thomas Ehrlich Civically Engaged Faculty Award by the nonprofit higher education organization Campus Compact. Cynthia Crawford, Professor of Psychology and Director of CSUSB's Office of Research Development, was awarded, and I think she's viewing in, so hey, Cynthia. She has won the prestigious and highly competitive 2021 Wong Family Excellence Award in the Outstanding Faculty Innovator and Student Success category. Yes. 5 faculty were honored as shared during the convocation with university awards. And they include Kelly Campbell, recipient of the Golden Apple Award, who I know is viewing in with her young one at home. Hey, Kelly. Yes, Dorothy Chen Maynard. Dorothy, where are you? Yes, Dorothy, Outstanding Service Award. Bao-Ming Wong, Outstanding Lecture Award, who's also viewing in. Yes. Carol Hood, Outstanding, yay, Carol, great to see you. Faculty Advisor Award. And the recipient of the university's top faculty honor, the Outstanding Professor Award, Catherine Gray. Catherine, yes, thank you, Catherine. And in addition, Alexandra Caballero, who's also beaming in the Department of English, received the 2021 Outstanding Community Engagement Award presented by our wonderful Office of Community Engagement. Congratulations. Faculty also wrote hundreds of scientific papers in 2020, with the Office of Academic Research reporting a record-setting year for Web of Science publications. More than 70 books and book chapters were featured at CSUSB's biennial faculty and staff book launch, organized by the Office of Graduate Studies. Thank you, Dr. Carolyn Vickers. Are you here, Carolyn? Yes, thank you, Carolyn. Good to see you. Thank you. And the university experienced another record high, as you've heard, in both annual grant awards and grant proposal submissions. Based on the most recent figures, grant awards increased by 41% from $29.3 million in 1920 to $41.2 million in annual year 2021. Yes, kudos to our Associate Provost of Research and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dorota Heisinger. Diane Trujillo, who is our Director of, stand up you guys, the threesome here, Director of Sponsored Programs Administration. And our newest team member, who many of you have not met yet because she was hired during COVID, Dr. Paulina Tagle, Senior Director of Research and Sponsored Programs. We are so thankful for your team and all the hard work that you have been doing and our faculty have been doing. We also saw numerous student successes. Prestigious individual student awards, including economics major Edward Zahir, who received first place in the CSU Student Research Competition. And counseling and guidance graduate students, Nora Nicole Ortega, our Sequan Band of the Kumeyaw Nation Scholar. Congratulations. And of course, under the leadership of Dr. Kevin Grisham, Cal State San Bernardino's Model United Nations team continued in its tradition of excellence. Its first ever all-female team was awarded the top international prize, Outstanding Delegation at the 2021 National Model United Nations New York Conference. Kevin, stand up again. We so appreciate everything that you do. Yes. And for the 8th consecutive year, Cal State San Bernardino's Theta Iota chapter received a National Best Chapter Award by the National Political Science Honor Society, Pi Sigma Alpha. Congratulations to our chapter faculty advisor, Christina Villegas. Are you here, Christina? Congratulations to you, all that hard work that you're doing. And the student-run journal, History in the Making, a journal of history, under the advisement of Jeremy Murray and Tiffany Jones, was awarded first place in the 2020 Gerald D. Nash History Graduate Journal Competition. Congratulations. And 3 students from the Department of Communication Studies, chaired by Shafiq Rahman. Shafiq, I saw you. Give us a big wave. Yes. Were named top 30 winners during the 2020 CSU Media Arts Festival. Yes. And I know we could just go down the line, right? This is exciting. Nick Conaway, a member of the first group of University Legacy Scholars at the Palm Desert campus, became our first graduate of the University Legacy Scholars Program since its inception in fall 2017. Congratulations to Dean Zhu and Associate Dean Anissa Rogers on this important milestone at our Palm Desert campus. And more than 2,000 students participated in grants, programs, and workshops offered by the Office of Student Research. Thank you, Ryan Keating. Where are you, Ryan? Stand up, please. Director of our Office of Student Research. And I'm going to thank also our former director, Christina Hasija. Are you here, Christina? For who helped shape that office. To both of you, thank you so much. And numerous, student partners from our Jack H. Brown College helped to develop and organize the college Real-World Skills Virtual Boot Camp, which featured 11 sessions aimed to further prepare participants for the 21st century workforce. Special thanks to all the JHBC faculty who lent their time and talents to this comprehensive collaborative event. These are extraordinary feats by our campus community that required countless hours of training, planning, and hard work to succeed. I hope you all feel a sense of pride for what we are able to do collectively, and thank you, all of you, for your vigorous contributions. Our students will need your continued support and encouragement to stay in school and persist in their studies more than ever, as we have experienced a nationwide drop in enrollment and widening of the equity gaps due to COVID-19. So please keep this in mind as we move through our next fall and spring semesters. And as with each academic year, priority efforts are established for the division. Plans for this year include CSUSB's reaffirmation of accreditation. Several members of the campus are currently preparing for the on-site visit scheduled September 22nd and 24th. And I need to take a moment to thank Deputy Provost Clara Weber for her outstanding leadership in this significant effort. Clara, can you stand, please? And I'm also going to thank her co-chair of the WASC committee, which is Beth Steffel, our chair of the Faculty Senate. So thank you for all of your work. The division will be heavily involved in the development of CSUSB's new strategic plan, and efforts are planned to kick off following our reaccreditation on-site visit. So stay tuned for more information. You know, the reduction of equity gaps is a top priority for both the Chancellor's Office and our CSUSB campus. This will require extensive work and innovation due to the effects of the pandemic in order to meet and advance the goals of GI 2025. And another priority is our post-pandemic planning campus-wide initiative. And as you heard from the President, members of the post-pandemic subcommittees will continue their efforts to be innovative, to think about the campus of the future. And this will be based on data-driven analyses of higher education's landscape in a post-pandemic context. And again, in spring, they'll be submitting their reports, and their findings will be shared with the campus community before the end of the academic year. Also, extensive attention will be given to advising. Recently, or we're beginning, I should say, CSUSB is participating in Advising Success Network to help advance this priority. And the mission of this network is to help institutions build a culture of student success with a focus on students from low-income backgrounds and students of color. We will be the premier institution working on this event in the United States, so I'm very excited. We'll be collaborating with some national figures. We're also building our social justice and teaching learning program to support this mission and priority. Another main area and how relevant it is today, and I can think of no better to lead this effort, is in strategic enrollment management. Dr. Beach, will you stand up wherever you are? Thank you, Rachel. Rachel has done an amazing job at welcoming, recruiting our new students, working with department chairs, building videos if you want more students, shooing them away if you don't want more students, accommodating all needs. And Rachel will be developing this major strategic enrollment management plan, and it will be partnering with units across the university setting. We're really looking forward to that, Rachel. Thank you for your hard work. And in addition, efforts will continue to examine the shifting of enrollment patterns. As you know, there are a lot of students that have decided not to go to college after the pandemic, and we need to change their mind and remind them how important it is to have a bachelor's degree, right, in their success. The division will also work to fill a number of key positions in this academic year. They include the Dean of the Jack H. Brown College of Business and Public Administration. And many of you are not aware of this yet, but I will bring it to your attention. Our Dean of the Library, Dean Cesar Caballero, please stand, Cesar, for a moment, has announced his retirement at the end of this year. I know, give everybody, aww. Cesar, you've been amazing for the campus. We so appreciate all the work that you have done. We will be convening a national search this year for a new dean of the library, but he's going to stay around. Dean Caballero reminded me, right? And we will also recruit for our associate vice president for undergraduate studies. We'll recruit for an associate registrar and more than 30 tenure track faculty lines. So we're going to have a busy year, and we're excited about it. I'm going to now move on to the highlight of today's program because I know you're really tired of hearing from me, right? The introduction of our new tenure track faculty. So despite a system-wide hiring pause due to the pandemic, we are excited to welcome 14 new faculty to our Coyote family. Each new member will be introduced by our amazing and spirited deans, and we will begin with Dean Reiling Chuang, Dean of the College of Arts and Letters. And while we do that, I think it's time for a raffle drawing, is that right? We're gonna make it time, because we've got 7 raffle prizes, okay? Good, so come on up, Dean Chuang. They're gonna change this, and thank you so much. Do we have a, wow, hooray, we have a winner. We're going to bring you a little gift basket coming your way. Is that Angie? Congratulations. All right. And we'll save it for you, Dean Schwung. Yeah, you'll draw one too. Oh, I just had 7, so we can all do that. I'm going to grab this and take this and go sit down. Thank you.
Okay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce 3 extraordinary incoming tenure track faculty. But I will be remiss if I don't thank our amazing chairs, especially Professor Matthew Poole, the former chair of Department of Art and Design, for leading the faculty search, and also Dr. Shafi Rahman for leading the search for the journalism position. And also I would like to thank Dr. Mariam Bezamitten and her search committee member, Rob Metz, and also Roberto Origel, and the entire department for participating in the search process. And also I would like to thank the search committee for our Department of Art and Design. And so we have 2 positions. We have user interface, user experience position, and also the graphic design position. And also I would like to thank the AACs for helping us out as well too. And also the entire team of the faculty affair, because we had the new platform doing the page job, and so thanking them and their whole entire team for helping us, from start to finish, because it's a new portal, new paradigm for us to experience. So it's great to have their help. And also, I would like to thank Provost McMahon and President Morales for giving us 3 positions for our college. As we know that when at the onset of the global pandemic, it was really, really difficult when we are facing economic uncertainty. So I'm very grateful that we have 3 new tenure track faculty to continue to help our college grow, to inject new ideas, to help us strengthen our curriculum, and also we could better serve our students, bring new ideas, new courses, and new talent to our college. So I'm very happy that today I was able to introduce 3, the best of the best, creme de la creme, for the best of the colleges in this university. So first, I would like to introduce Dr. Gregory Conway from the Communication Studies Department, and I know, Greg, you are here. Greg, it's so good to have you here. Greg is a newly minted PhD. He just finished his dissertation, and he just got his doctoral degree from University of Colorado at Boulder. And some of his research interests is computational journalism, and also international communication, and also network agenda settings. And he will be teaching courses such as multimedia journalism, and also supervising our newspaper, our university newspaper, County Chronicle. And so we're very happy to have him here. And one of the fun fact about Dr. Conway is he could speak 10 languages. Yes, no joke. And he used to work in Tanzania, supervising their teaching news writing, and also there's the newspaper there too. And he got his BA degree in Rome, Italy. That just to show you the extent to which how many languages he could speak. So we are very proud of you, and great to have you on board, Dr. Conway. And then next, I would like to introduce you to our new incoming tenure track faculty for our Department of Art and Design. So first one, I would like to introduce Professor Taylor Moon. And I think, Taylor, you're sitting in the back. Yes. Professor Moon received her MFA degree from the University of Oxford in England, and she taught at Missouri Southern State University, and some of her expertise are motion graphics and 3D design and web design. And so she'll be teaching those 3D design classes for us, and web design and motion graphics. So she'll be teaching a lot of very interesting classes for us. And some of her fun facts, one academic fact is her art was published in American Medical Association's Journal of Ethics. And another fun fact about her is she just went skydiving. So that's what a thrilling experience. Again, Professor Moon, we are so happy to have you on board. And last but not least, we'll have Professor Robert Ray. Rob? Professor Ray used to work at the NASA JPL, Jet Propulsion Lab, and also electronic arts. And he had many, many different talents, many exhibitions. He used to mentor many students from UCSD and MIT, and also Carnegie Mellon University. And he's also teaching virtual reality and then digital 3D and time-based media classes. And some of his interests include machine learning. And so his talents are already spotted by our ATI team. So he's joined the ATI team and engaging in the research for the virtual reality and augmented reality lab. So he's the ex-Real Lab fellow. And so we are so happy to have him on board. And one of his fun facts is he had a podcast, and actually which already have more than 100 episodes. I actually look him up and check on those podcasts. And so he is a co-host of Opposable Thumbs podcast. And on each episode, he and the guests, tackle a new creative challenge, and they talk about the success, lesson learned, trial and tribulation. and the lesson learned. So it's very, very great to have all those three very, very talented and cream faculty to our college and our university. So congratulations. And then, so next, what I'm going to do before I forget is I'm supposed to do another drawing before I introduce our next dean. So number I have here is 788706. 788706. Great, excellent. Okay, Rob, you got it? Good, all right, okay, all right. And then next, it's my great honor to introduce the new interim dean of the J.H. Brown College of Business Administration, Dr. Shanti Srinivas.
Good morning, everybody. And good morning to our remote audience as well. I'm delighted to be here, and thank you, Dr. Chuang, for that introduction. You kind of stole my idea from me, so I was going to introduce myself and tell you that I am the interim dean for the JHBC College of Business and Public Administration in honor of my predecessor, Larry Rose. I want to thank everyone here, especially the faculty. I've seen many of you in the last 3 weeks that I have been here, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you, learning from you. I've already heard about the wonderful things that you're all doing, and I'm eager to make that connection stronger. I could go on about the college, but it is my distinct pleasure to welcome our newest faculty member, Dr. Bailey Benedict, to the JHBC family. Bailey, are you here? I understand that I'm not going to be able to recognize her because she's made some significant changes, which is one of the fun facts that I'll talk about very soon. Dr. Bailey comes to us from Purdue University, where she earned her PhD in business administration. And she was also, when she was at Purdue University, she also served as the assistant director to the introductory presentational speaking course and as a research assistant for 2 interdisciplinary multi-university research projects funded by the NSF to study hurricane evacuation and recovery. Now, as you know, as you read in the booklet perhaps, her research focuses on how individuals and communities organize social networks of support to manage uncertainty and enact resilience, which we all need in these uncertain times. So I'm sure there's lots of generalizability for the research that she's engaged in. And her dissertation focused on the use of disaster Facebook groups after the 2018 Camp Fire in Butte County, California. And interestingly, having lived exclusively in the Midwest, she says that she is ready to enjoy our warm weather here, which I'm sure we won't disappoint her with. We're going to have lots of that. And she's also looking forward to participating in mutual aid organizing in the San Bernardino community. Her department chair, Stella Dr. Chu, and I asked Bailey for some fun facts to share. And she came up with so many different interesting topics. And, we pulled out a few. And one of the things, as you can imagine, she has a passion for exploring the national parks. And one of the interesting facts is that she defended her dissertation while she was hiking in the Rocky Mountain National Park. And so that was pretty amazing. And she was recently at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, watching her cousin Madeline Bailey perform in the quarterfinals on America's Got Talent. And her cousin made it to the semifinals. So if you are a fan of that show, make sure you give an extra shout out to her cousin. Please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Dr. Bailey Benedict. And I hope you're watching remotely, Bailey, and I hope to see you face to face very, very soon. Another interesting fact that she shared with us is that if you've seen her picture in the brochure, you may not recognize her because she cut 18 inches of her hair. So she says she looks very different, and I'm eager to see what she looks like. And then the provost will not forgive me if I don't do this, the little raffle. I want to make sure I read this right. 78814. And we have, oh, this was not rigged, folks. Stella Tree. Stella Tree? She's watching virtually. Stella, congratulations. Oh, there she is. And I just mentioned you, so congratulations. We talk about coincidences. And it is now my distinct pleasure to introduce my distinguished colleague, Dr. Chinaka Domwachukwu, Dean of the College of Education. Thank you all.
Good morning again, and thank you all for being here and tuning in. It's my pleasure to make this recognition for these new faculty members, but before I do that, I would like to give a shout out to all the faculty of CSUSB for the great work that was done during the pandemic, especially in our college. The faculty of the College of Education had to navigate working with students and K-12 schools that were closed down and clinical practices that were closed down. And we worked together. And despite the pandemic, our college credentialed more than 350 candidates despite the pandemic. I just had to give our faculty members that shout out because it was quite a challenge. We didn't know we could actually do a fraction of that. But let me go ahead and introduce the new faculties we have. We have 4 new faculty members that will be joining us this year. And the first is Diana Camilo. Diana, she's over there. Thank you, Diana. She's an assistant professor in a master's in counseling program in the Department of Special Education, Rehabilitation and Counseling. Her teaching and research interests include culturally responsive practices, school counseling, the college and career readiness of minoritized populations, and stress management. She previously served as clinical assistant professor at the University of Mississippi as a full-time clinical assistant professor in full-time, and also she worked concurrently as a full-time lecturer at San Diego State University. She served as co-director of the Center for Equity and Post-Secondary Attainment. She was also the founder and chair of the Supporting Access to Higher Education for Immigrant and Undocumented Students Conference. and is a member of the Undocu Research Collaborative at CSU San Marcos. You can see that she has a span of influence across more than 3 universities and many professional organizations. So we are privileged to have you as one of us. Diana, and I was talking with her just before this event and telling her how excited we are because of what she brings to the table. One of the fun things about Diana is that she's an avid runner. She has completed 4 marathons so far. So if you are into running, ask her out and let her connect with you. The other person I would like to introduce is Dr. Abbas Kumar. Bobby Kumar, as he likes to be called, is an associate professor in the rehabilitation program in the same Department of Special Education, Rehabilitation, and Counseling. Bobby was a former airline captain. He became visually challenged. He became blind following a mid-air accident. After completing a PhD from the University of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he worked as rehabilitation counseling graduate faculty at the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. Following his mid-air accident, technology like screen readers opened doors for him in education and employment. His research focus is on using internet-connected assistive devices like smartphones, tablets, apps for promoting optimal functioning for people with disabilities. A fun fact about Bobby is that he loves playing the keyboard, acoustic shooting, and hiking. Please give a welcome to Bobby, who has joined us from Arkansas. The third faculty for the College of Education is Dr. Halil Tasova. Halil is an assistant professor in the single subject credential program in the Department of Teacher Education and Foundations. He completed his PhD in mathematics education at the University of Georgia, and his MS and BS degrees are in secondary mathematics education at Marmara University in Turkey. He's a former high school mathematics teacher. His research areas include investigating ways to provide students and teachers with access to quality mathematics curriculum and instruction through technology. He designs instructional sequences with an emphasis on supporting more effective activities that promote productive meaning for representational systems in the mathematics area. His goal is to produce practitioner knowledge related to the preparation and support of teachers of mathematics to help them achieve equitable practices in teaching math. When it's not working, he enjoys playing baglama, which is a Turkish musical instrument. He also likes cooking and eating Turkish food. He likes traveling, gardening, and riding bikes with his son and daughter. Halil loves, during his college years, one thing that he did that is worth mentioning is that he slept in a hammock at the beach for 2 weeks. And the last faculty member to mention, Dr. Victor Wang. Is Victor here? All right. Maybe he's connecting remotely. Victor is an associate professor in the Career and Technical Education program in the Department of Educational Leadership and Technology. He's a former associate professor and credential coordinator at Cal State University, Long Beach, where he also worked in CTE. He also was a former full professor on the East Coast, working in different areas of career technical education and adult education. Alongside the production of 240 plus refereed publications, Dr. Wang has provided many opportunities for his peers and students to develop their scholarly capabilities and stipulated the research agendas of numerous colleagues. His reputation as an empirical and interpretive researcher has resulted in his receiving the 2016 Presidential Award for Exceptional and Innovative Leadership, in addition to multiple institutional awards both at home and abroad. Dr. Wang hopes to bring honor and accolades to our CTE program by helping recruit high-caliber students into the program, implementing top-notch teaching, and publishing refereed journal articles, books, and chapters. So I want you to join me to give a hearty welcome to all these 4 individuals that are joining us. So I'll do the drawing. And the number is 788-571. 788-571. Okay? That person is not here, so I'm going to do a second drawing. Dang Man Kim. Okay, he's connecting virtually, so that's the winner. So now, let me introduce my friend and colleague, the Dean of the College of Natural Sciences, Dr. Sastry Pantula.
I'm just having a bad day, hair day. When I pulled off my N95 mask, all my 82 hairs stood up. So, thank you, Chinaka. As you know, science is impactful, science is challenging, science is fun, science is global, science is social. Science educates. Science supports arts. And of course, science is always open for business. As you know, science is always the heart of any campus. I want to thank all our science faculty for their commitment to our students' success and how hard they worked throughout the pandemic year and their commitment for this new year. It is now my pleasure to introduce 2 new leaders in our College of Natural Sciences. But before I introduce them, first of all, let me thank the Provost and the President for their support for the college. But also, I want to acknowledge one single person in this room, Dave Maynard. He was actually the chair of these 2 departments, and he worked really, really hard to find a replacement for himself. So, Dave, thank you. So our first person is Dr. Khalil Dajani. He's our new director of our School of Computer Science and Engineering. Khalil? So he comes to us with an extensive leadership experience from CSU Long Beach, where he served as the executive director of the Antelope Valley Engineering Program, where he built extensive relationships with U.S. Air Force, NASA, Northrop Grumman, and others. Prior to that, he served as the chair of the Mathematics and Computer Science Department at Southern Arkansas University, where he led the development of new degree options in cybersecurity, computer technology, and computer game and animation. His research interests include quantum computing, cybersecurity, and aerospace engineering technologies. He also served as honorary commander of the United States Air Force at Edwards Air Force Base. Khalil earned his doctorate from University of Toledo, Ohio, and master's from University of Illinois, Chicago. He tells me he loves to cook, car racing, and enjoys playing chess. He's really looking forward to moving together the School of Computer Science and Engineering to the next level of excellence in service and to the best interest of our institution. Welcome, Khalil. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Claire Todd. Claire? As our new chair for our Department of Geological Sciences, she is an expert on climate change and moved to us from the state of Washington to change the climate on our campus. She is looking forward to working with all of us to find new ways to support student success at CSUSB. Claire is an expert in studying glaciers and ice sheets and how they are melting away due to the climate change in Antarctica and in the Pacific Northwest. She has taken her students from the Pacific Lutheran University, where she comes from, to Antarctica to study how glaciers change over time. At Pacific Lutheran, she had very good grant funding to integrate technology into teaching and provide her students hands-on experiences to understand meteorological conditions. I know our students and faculty are in for a treat. Speaking of treats, Claire enjoys cooking for others. She enjoys karaoke and live music scene. She's a naturalist and looking for partners to go explore the nature. Claire received her PhD in geology from University of Washington and MS in environmental engineering from Columbia University. Welcome, Claire. So the winner is 788728. 788728. Golly, it's me. Is there a statistician in the room? What is the chance of that happening? It can only happen when there is a statistician in the room. So the real winner is 788765. With that, it gives me a great pleasure to invite my good friend who always looks for a win, whether it is on a softball field or at this event today, Dean Rafiq Mohammed.
Hi, folks. How are you? Ready to get out of here? These seats are nice and comfortable, and your butts aren't hurting at all, I'm sure. Let's see. Well, thank you, Dean Pantula, for that lovely introduction. And a quick thanks to all of my Dean colleagues for the past, 17 months and helping to keep me sane as we navigated this past the pandemic, and hopefully we'll be out of it soon enough. Very quickly, Dean Pantula, if you say that the sciences are the heart of any campus, well then the social and behavioral sciences must be the soul of any campus. So there you go. Before I get into introducing these new folks, I would like to give a shout out to not just the excellent faculty and staff in the College of Social and Behavioral Science, but across campus for really helping us navigate some really challenging times. The pivot to virtual instruction and virtual support services and everything else was really remarkable, and so I'd like to just tip my hat to everybody for all that they did to make the last academic year possible and to help kind of bring us through this side relatively unscathed. I'd also like to thank the president and the provost and the other VPs for all they did to really kind of help lead us through these challenging times as well. President Morales, when you were talking about new buildings, you forgot to mention the SBS building. It must have slipped your mind, but you'll tell folks about that later, I'm sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, we have new faculty. We have 4 new faculty in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. So without any further ado, I shall introduce them. First on my list from the Department of Anthropology is Danny Sosa Aguilar. Danny joins the Anthropology Department after having received his PhD in Anthropology and Archaeology from UC Berkeley just this year. CSUSB is also a bit of a homecoming for Danny, as he earned his MA in Anthropology in the CSU system in the other valley at Cal State Northridge. Danny's current research is based on a collaborative archaeological project in Abu Q, New Mexico. In general, his research is steeped in the practices collectively known as indigenous archaeology, which entails an archaeological research agenda that is defined in partnership with, organized to support, and accountable to those who lay claim to the heritage that is being investigated. In fact, Danny's research methods are considered by those in his field to be on the cutting edge of current archaeological methods. Danny will be teaching and mentoring primarily in the Anthropology Department's MA in Applied Archaeology program, offering some much needed support to that program and their director. Let's see what else I can tell you. Oh, Danny has a history of incorporating undergraduate and graduate students into his research program while mentoring them in new archaeological methods and collaborative techniques. He has also been an effective advocate for underserved, underrepresented, and first-generation students who face unique obstacles for participating in field research programs. Danny is truly a great fit for the Department of Anthropology and for the university, and we are excited that he chose to come here to CSUSB. And a fun fact about Danny, his street name up in Berkeley was Dizzy. Danny's shaking his head, no, that's not true. I might have made that up, Danny. But it's only because he plays the trumpet a la Dizzy Gillespie. I was going to go with Miles, but but Danny is an accomplished trumpet player, and he is also learning to play the piano. Welcome, Danny. You could have gone with me on the Dizzy thing. It would have been a hot new name on campus. All right. Next, from the Department of Geography and Environmental Studies, we have Dr. Yolanda Youngs. Is Dr. Youngs here today? Ah, there you are. Hi. Good to see you. I don't think we've met in person, so this is good. Dr. Youngs is joining us as an associate professor in our Department of Geography and Environmental Studies. Dr. Youngs earned her PhD in geography from Arizona State University in 2009, an MS in Earth Sciences and Geography from Montana State University in 2004, and a BA in Anthropology and Archaeology from Florida State University in 1993. Her area of specialization is cultural geography, environmental studies, national parks and protected areas, public lands, environmental justice, social science, GIS, environmental policy and land management, field methods with a regional expertise in the American West and Europe. Those are kind of different, the American West and, okay, all right. She's working on her second book project titled Framing Nature, the creation of an American icon at the Grand Canyon, about visual imagery, tourism, environmental justice, and land management, and a book chapter on public lands policy and management in the United States. Dr. Young serves as the Pacific West Region Counselor for the American Association of Geographers and is moving here. We stole her away from Idaho State University, where she was an associate professor in their Department of Global Studies. Much better fit for you here, much better weather, all of that. We're happy to have you. She is passionate about teaching geography and environmental studies topics and looks forward to community-based projects that create connections between students' personal knowledge, life experiences, and intellectual curiosities. You had a transition at chair, so I didn't get a fun fact that they provided, so I figured this would work, if you're okay with this. Don't worry, it's not crazy. It's actually, I've realized this. So a thing to know about Dr. Young's. Number one, she has a name that I assume to be doubly misspelled or otherwise maligned, in that Yolanda is spelled with an O where an A often is. Not Yolando, but Yolanda. And her last name is Youngs, not Young. And I've seen in the correspondence on numerous occasions that people have gotten that wrong, and I hope that I don't do that in the future. But welcome to you, Dr. Youngs, to CSUSB. The final division in our college represented is our outstanding School of Social Work. And we have two new faculty in the School of Social Work. First is Dr. Caroline Lim. Are you here, Dr. Lim? Singapore. Oh, she's in Singapore. She's watching. So really funny, when we interviewed her, she was in Singapore. And I was interviewing her, and it was like, I don't know, sometime, I don't know the time difference, but the sun was coming up behind her as I was talking to her, so she had been up all night for the interview, and she was holding it together, so I really feel great for her. All right, so anyway, Caroline completed her master's degree in social work at Columbia University and then received her PhD from the University of Southern California. Her research commitment has centered on arriving at an enhanced understanding of the heterogeneous treatment outcomes in schizophrenia. Prior to joining CSUSB, she was an assistant professor in social work at the National University of Singapore, thus her being in Singapore at the moment. And a fun fact about Dr. Lim is she loved athletics growing up. She competed in gymnastics during early and middle childhood and field hockey as an adolescent. Welcome to you, Dr. Lim. I look forward to seeing you when you make it to campus. And finally, standing between you and the exits and some more comments from the provost, I'm excited to welcome Dr. Yawin Lee, who is joining the School of Social Work as a professor. We've actually met several times. We had coffee together. I've seen you on campus. We're like old friends. Okay, so Yawin Lee received her MSW from the University of Hong Kong and a PhD from the University of Southern California. Her research interest focuses on health and health behaviors among Asian Americans, particularly older Asian Americans. Her research problems are how can the social, environmental, healthcare, and long-term care system provide accessible, affordable, and appropriate support and care to enable healthy health behaviors and achieve optimal health outcomes. That's a lot. All right. Let's see. Yawin is currently, this is supposed to be the fun fact, but it's kind of sad. Yawin is currently getting over a breakup with her long-term partner. This is where everybody goes, oh. Okay. Yes, her ex is San Diego State University. On the paperwork they filed to county court, strain caused by long-distance relationships is listed as the reason for their separation. They have issued a joint statement saying, we continue to share a belief in the mission of education and research, but we no longer believe we can grow together in the next phase of our lives. We ask for space and privacy as we begin to navigate this next stage of our lives. So I'm sorry about the breakup, but their loss is our tremendous gain. Welcome, Dr. Lee. That's all we have for the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. I will say, Ray Ling, it wasn't lost on me when you said Arts and Letters was the best college on campus. Now, I don't want to get involved in this kind of, I'm just getting the raffle ticket ready. But I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, you know, I only cite serious scholars in all the stuff that I do and say, but it made me think of something that, I forgot his last name, but I'll call him by what he's better known as. KRS-One said, he said, "I'm not saying I'm number one. Sorry, I lied. I'm saying social behavioral sciences is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. All right, so in my hands, I have the winning ticket here. Hopefully it's mine. I can't read it, so here we go. All right. It is 788. Yes! Dr. Keating, you win. 788-584. No? All right. We go, that could have been one of mine. We go back to, was it any, oh, shake it up? I'm shaking it up like, shake it up. All right, here we go. All right, this one's good. All right. 788-616? No? 777-9311? That's sorry, old R&B. All right, here we go. Let's go with 788-782. My next meeting's not till 1, so I could just do this all day. I could just give it to Dave Maynard for all the work that he did in chairing those departments and every other department on campus, I think. All right, 788-661. All right, Monty, I see you looking like you want to win. All right, I got one here. There's no name on it. 788-643. All right, I'm just going to give a prize to somebody. This is what it's going to come to. I feel like I'm being set up. 788-748. That might have been one of mine. No? Come on. Yeah, I'm saying. 788-594. I mean, how about I just throw a trivia question out there? And I mean, all right, this is my last, 788-647. I give up. I quit. First one to shout out, all right, the finest movie ever made was Smokey and the Bandit. The first one to shout out the dog's name wins. What? That wasn't it. That's her dog. I give up. Provost McMahon, I don't know what to do. These people don't even know the dog's name was Fred.
Okay. Okay, go give it to
Kate got it? Kate wins.
Kate wins.
Yes, Kate
Oh,
Liska.
okay. Thank you.
Oh yeah, 86, Jenny.
Jenny won. 8675309. It's Jenny. Thank you, Deans, for the wonderful introductions. I'll have you know all our new faculty have experienced the new faculty training these past 2 days under the direction of Associate Provost Yildirim. Thank you so much. And team, Josephine, Monty, Paul, Chris, everybody for putting that together. Great job with that. I'd also like to recognize, and I'll make this brief but very important, recognize and congratulate faculty who have been awarded tenure and/or promotion effective this August. So please stand when we hear your name, all right? Please stand. So 9 faculty were promoted to professor. That's Helena Aday, Jane Chin-Davidson, Nicole Dabbs. I saw you, Nicole. Better stand. All right. Claudia Davis, Janelle Gilbert. Janelle, please. Thank you, Janelle. All right. Kevin Gall, Ryan Keating. Please stand. All right. Carolyn McAllister, great, Carolyn, and Chad Sweeney. How are you? Congratulate, oh, and Zong Wei Wang received tenure, so congratulations. In addition, 24 faculty were promoted to associate professor, with the majority of them also receiving tenure. So that's Miriam Betlemetse, Jennifer Alford, please stand if you hear your name, Anika Anderson, yay, Armando Beiersdorf, or Armando Berrigan, I'm sorry, Andreas Beiersdorf, Maggie Boyras, yay, Alexandra Caballero, Stephen Childs, yes, great, Ismail Diaz, Yasmin Dildar, Guy Hupp, Yunfui, we saw you, Yunfui, yes, great, ho, Jacob Jones, and Malika Kordostami, yes, Cody George Lazar, Jeremy Malari, Jason May, oh, they're way to go, Jason Mann, Jeffrey Meyer, Daniel Nickerson, Alexis Norris, Hang P, Lynn Scow, Shannon Sparks, and Jing Zhang. Congratulations to all of you. I should have made you stay standing, right, and take a bow. You have many, many amazing achievements. And congratulations are also in order for the elected members of the Faculty Senate Executive Committee. And they are Beth Steffel, Donna Garcia, you can keep clapping, Ann Johnson, Claudia Davis, Sherry Franklin Guy, Jacqueline Hughes, Karen Kolomainen, and Mark Groen. Give them a hand, please. And I'd also like to recognize members of our California Faculty Association and also thank them for meeting many times, many conversations with Associate Provost Yildirim and myself regarding the pandemic, and they include Nena Torres. Nena, where are you? Thank you so much, Nena. Janine Kremlin, yes, thank you. Janine Kremlin, Dorothy Chen Maynard, thank you, Dorothy, and Leslie Bryant. Your efforts to advocate for and support faculty are truly appreciated. Thank you. So thank you all for joining today's general faculty meeting and for your contributions and commitment to our students, CSUSB, and the greater community. I look forward to partnering with you this academic year and seeing you at the all-university reception that takes place later today at 4 p.m. on the library lawn. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you again for being here. Thanks, everyone.